right, so we're talking about adverb clauses of time. And the thing that as you guys learned last night, the thing that makes this tricky is there's so many different words that we use to talk about time. And the other thing that makes it tricky is there's different combinations of verb tense, because you have the independent clause and you have the adverb clause. And depending on the signal word that you use for the adverb clause, it can change the verb tense. So it is tricky. So I gave you guys this little sheet. Listen, I think it's just easier to look at the sheet because I think it shows you different patterns. The good news is there are some patterns in the verb tense that seem to happen over and over again. So for example, let's take a look at, let's just start at the top. What does it say right at the top? Java, read the clauses have. You see that, the first bullet up at the top? Let's just go over that one more time.
Clauses have subjects and verbs, but they are not completely sentences.
So let's be clear. You have two kinds of clauses. You have independent clauses, which are complete sentences, and then you have dependent clauses. Adverb clauses are dependent, and they require an independent clause. They can't be by themselves. What other two types of dependent clauses are there? You've got adverb clauses. What else? Tell me.
Noun clause.
Noun clauses.
Yeah.
Adjective.
And adjective clauses. Okay, those are the three kind of dependent clauses in English. We're talking about adverb clauses of time. All right, don't confuse these with adverb clauses of contrast or adverb clauses of cause and effect. You have to be careful because there are some adverb starter words, like while, for example. It can be used both as an adverb starter word of time. While he was sitting there, the other man walked in. See, that's about time, right? Here's another one using while as contrast. While, so I can say something like, while Java raises camels, Fahad raises chickens. See, I'm contrasting what he raises in the desert, camels, to what the other guy raises. That's not about time, it's about contrast. So be careful, all right? Today we're talking about adverb clauses of time. Read the second bullet, Java.
Adverb clauses describe or give more information about the verb.
About the subject? No. It's about the verb. That's the thing to remember. So if you're describing or talking about the verb, the action, it's probably an adverb clause. Okay? Read the third bullet.
Adverb clauses can go before or after the main clauses. There is no difference in meaning.
Correct. So, when he comes, comma or no comma?
Comma.
We will leave. Where is what's the starter word or the signal word?
Just when.
Yeah. So this signals the adverb clause, right? And what's the subject?
He
And the verb?
comes.
Good. So this is the adverb clause. We also call it a dependent clause. And then the main clause, where's the subject?
We.
Good. Verb? Good. And by the way, so let's just to be clear, there's your independent clause. Right there. Now all they're saying is, and you guys know this, you can actually stick that up front, right? So, Musa, will you read it with that up front now?
We will leave when they come.
Good. And do I need a comma? You do not, okay? So just remember that. The only time that, you guys know the only time that rule is broken is with a contrast signal word, like while or although or even though. Whenever you use those, then you always put a comma, okay?